What's up, family? Now, if my voice sounds crazy, I do apologize. I'm really sick, but I had to come through to hang out with y'all on this glorious, 3-day weekend. But as you may have noticed, on Friday there was an amazing live letter that was updating us on a couple of things that's happening as far as what's coming before 6.2 and what is coming in 6.2. Now, we saw some that Dragoon's gonna get some changes. Sage is getting some weird changes. PvP's getting some adjustments. We saw that season 2 of PvP about to start, but there's two things. Okay, three things because I am a Savage Raider. I'm excited for 6.2 Savage tier. It's gonna be a good time, but we all know that was coming. But outside of that, there's two things that has me super hyped, and that is the Savage dungeons. Hello, did anybody see this coming? I don't keep up with Final Fantasy news that well. I have people who look out for you, homie, and make sure that I'm up to date. but Savage Dungeon content, hello, and I'm more excited about this than the tier, technically speaking, because I didn't see this coming, and I think it's such a cool thing because it gives us more Savage content outside of just rating. Because some people don't like rating. You got to go in here, you meet seven random people. It only takes one to mess up, and then the whole thing goes terrible. Or you have a monk, I'm talking about myself, who decides to sacrifice you so he can hit that positional, and then you have to reset anyway. And Savage content, Savage rating in general, isn't for everybody. Me myself, I've only been rating for like a year. I did not start Final Fantasy rating at all, and I actually didn't play any other MMO with rating in it because I didn't want to bring that stress into my life. But I'm digressed. At all is that I really enjoy rating, so that's really awesome. But the Savage Dungeon. Now look, we have hard dungeons. We don't count them as hard dungeons. They're just additional dungeons. I don't think anybody has ever queued up for a hard dungeon. I was like, man, woo, this. Let's try to do this hard dungeon real quick. I think it was like, it's an extra dungeon. Let's get it knocked out. But this Savage dungeon sounds really intriguing, where you have one healer, you have one tank. You have your regular comp, one healer, one tank, two DPS. The enemy difficulty level is gonna be like really vamped. I saw something about like things not respawning. Dropping a comment if it's like you can't res people, or if the enemies don't res if the party wipes. Maybe I'm missing something. I thought I saw a little bit of A and B. But I think this is going to be really awesome for people who are interested in trying harder content without doing the hard content of rating. Because dungeons, even though dungeons for the last 10 years of Final Fantasy has really just been a casual fun thing to do, it's nice to see that they're bringing like a hardcore element to it. It'll be cool to know like what the benefits of doing these are. I didn't get to watch the live letter. Like I said, I've been sick, so I've been recovering. But it'd be really cool to see where that comes from and where that grows. Now, the second thing, y'all can see it right here, is this beautiful island sanctuary. Okay, this visual to the left is kind of terrible. But the second thing is this beautiful island sanctuary. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up playing Harvest Moon. I grew up playing builders on my phone. I love games where I'm just like in my own realm and I can just escape from the world, because sometimes people get tiring. And even though I do love everybody and I do care about all of you, sometimes I just want to get away. Final Fantasy is going to allow me to do that, where I can just go do my own thing. I can start creating my own life form. And I'm really excited for this to drop. This is probably something that I've been like low key excited about, because it gives me something more to do in Final Fantasy. And it's something that's outside of the realm of like having to rely on other people. And I know Deep Dungeon is something that's out there. I've dabbled with Deep Dungeon. I'm not good at it. I don't have the patience for it. But shout out to all my Deep Dungeon people out there. But I digress in saying that 6.2 looks really, really, really promising, because outside of Sanctuary, outside of your new tier list, which is gonna bring new stress and discomfort for me, which I'm trying to decide if I'm going as monk or black mage. I don't know yet. It's like I did a whole tier with monk, Now should I try to do a whole tier with black mage just to show my, supremacy and my flexibility to be able to play more than just one class? but these savage dungeons, this right here, these savage dungeons, they're whew, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me that's excited, but it's so cool that the idea of bringing savage content into other types of content is something I think is going to give Final Fantasy a good longevity. Because right now, the only savage content we've had, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, drop it in the description. Let me know. I'll drop it in the comments. Let me know if I'm missing something. It's just the raids. You have savage raid. You have hard trials, extreme trials. But outside of savage content, for the last 10 years, it's only been raid lists. It's only been tier lists. It's only been raid tiers. And it's really nice to see that they're trying to expand into other categories to allow people who aren't really into raiding to have something different to do. This is for my people. Like, I like raiding. I do. I enjoy raiding, but it's not about the raiding that I care more about. It's more about just the friendships I've made while raiding. Like, once you clear something once or twice, you're like, yay, we did it. Outside of that, it's like, it's really just the friendships that's built along the way. And I think adding different difficulty content to pre-existing content in the game is going to allow people to taste those higher end struggles without having to dedicate 2 or 3 weeks to trying to clear something. Hopefully these dungeons don't take that long. They legit might. And then I'll have to come back and be like, look, this is just as hard as the other content. Oh, but it's just really cool to see that Final Fantasy is going out their way to try new content. I saw that they also are doing the new relic quests, or it's like the new relic quests. Those are always cool, a good time passer. I do them just because I want the shiny weapon. Hopefully they're better than Endwalker's relic weapons, just because I was not a fan of the Baja relic weapons. They just didn't look. I'm going off subject, but just real quick, they didn't look right. So hopefully they can get these a little bit better, make them look cool. Can Monk please get something better than just shiny fist? Like, that would be so fire. How are you feeling? How as you have watched it live, whether probably some of y'all probably watched it live and already have shared your comments everywhere. Are you excited for like what's coming? I'll have this article in the description, so if you want to go through and get the highlights of everything that's coming up, check it out. But I'm curious to see how many people are excited for savage content outside of just raiding. It's just such a beautiful thing, and I really commend Final Fantasy for trying something different, and I hope this is successful. They've changed the PvP, which was successful in its own way and problematic in its own way, but we ain't gonna talk about that. And now they're testing new ways of doing dungeons, which is super awesome, because that means that I have more content that I can be doing, and who doesn't like more content? It's always, I hope y'all having a wonderful weekend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Drop your comments below if y'all got anything y'all want to add to this patch. And I'm going to go take some NyQuil and take a nap. So I'll see y'all later.